I was born in Oruro, but because of my parents' work, we live in La Paz. During Carnival, I come back to Oruro every week to rehearse with my group. There are 55 groups during Carnival, and most of them have dance troupes in other cities like La Paz, Santa Cruz, Cochabamba. The people in the town are extremely attached to their origins. That's why I always come back. 3 of my grandparents live here. I feel at home in Oruro. Because the Virgin is here, she guides my life. And my family is here. It means that Oruro is the center of all the energy. People come here to rest and recuperate, to gain strength to manage everyday life. I started dancing with the Fraternidad Artística y Cultural La Diablada when I was 6 years old, and I have never changed groups since. The position of your arms is not right. They must be as rigid as possible. Keep in mind that you will be holding the costume serpent. We are a united group, and the first thing the public sees is the overall effect. So you all have to be impeccable, perfect, holding yourself elegantly. Why? Because if one person makes a mistake, it means we all fail. You don't notice the girl who dances the best, because you are all supposed to dance well. You only notice the one who makes a mistake, the one who is out of line or not with the rhythm. You carry a heavy responsibility on your shoulders. I'd give anything to be able to still dance with you. Everyone like me who has danced in this group still loves it, and they miss it. Now it's your turn. In the name of all the former she-devils, please don't disappoint us.
Symbols, don't forget! 1, 2, rest. Band, everyone plays. The same phrase in 3/4 time.
I was 5 years old when my father started the band in 1985. It was beautiful to see him participate in the carnival. I loved the music, the costumes. I loved everything. My brothers have been playing in carnival since they were very young, but I couldn't because I was a girl. Women playing music were frowned upon. You never saw any. But when the first one took the plunge, many others thought, why not me? And we all joined in. When my mother died, something awoke inside me. I decided that in honor of my mother, who wore Indian skirts, I would dress as she had. It was such a success. Everyone in the village thought it was great. It was fantastic. Before, in Bolivia, people treated women dressed in Indian skirts with scorn. So many of them, seeing me like that, came up and congratulated me. When I started to dance, people gathered around me. I wasn't treated with contempt. Quite the opposite. We needed security people so that the photographers left me enough room to move. There were microphones, cameras, television. For me, it was fantastic. I loved my first year at Carnival.
Un, dos, tres, cuatro.
La cultura de Oruro yo soy, la esencia cocani también. Es por eso mi Oruro brilla en carnaval. La cultura de Oruro yo soy, la esencia cocani también. Es por eso mi Oruro brilla en carnaval.
Carnival is not just about dancing. There are many other artists, marching bands, folk dancing, the Laito Manta group who, like us, have to innovate year after year to create new songs especially for Carnival. Ladies and gentlemen, for this song I'm going to invite Basilia from the band in the village of Popo. She's here with her cymbals. Choose your partners, we're going to dance.
The Shrine of the Virgin of Socavón. This is where the 100 or so carnival dancers and musicians, recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage site, end up on Saturday after parading for 500,000 spectators. Built by the Spanish conquistadors on the site of an Andean pilgrimage site that had existed for millennia, its location is said to have been chosen by the Uru people, one of the oldest cultures on the American continent, because of the region's mineral wealth and volcanoes.
Dancing up to the feet of the Holy Mother is a way of thanking her. But it is also an opportunity for our dancing brothers to be able to transform their lives.
Carnival is an offering to the Virgin. People say that she is the one who decides who will dance. She decides whether you dance or not. It doesn't matter how much money you have, where you come from, your origins, your occupation. There are lots of people who had their costumes ready, the membership dues for their group paid, yet still don't manage to make it to the end. They say that it's the Virgin who makes the decision. Myself, thank God, I keep dancing because she allows it, and I will continue to do it until she decides otherwise.
After centuries of cultural domination, the face of the Oruro Carnival is now undeniably Catholic. Each legend in the rich Andean mythology was systematically co-opted by the conquistadors. Huari, the ancestral god of fire, was transformed into a devil. The sun princess, Ñusta, into a virgin. And the February festivities to thank Mother Earth, Pachamama, into a popular story about the struggle of good against evil. While the Catholic interpretation of Carnival is omnipresent, its soul remains deeply rooted in the Amerindian world that is constantly evolving.
Hello. Give me some offerings, please.
Here for the house, Pachamama, money, business, health, the ants, the serpent, the condor, the wind, and the Virgin of Socavón.
Here, there are two large metal dragons with a transparent handle. Here, there will be fantastic piping with sequins. And there, magnificent accessories. Excuse me. How are the layers doing? You have to make sure they're really flat so they don't fold over. Every dance has an origin, a story. And every costume is decorated with iconic elements. The serpent, toad, lizards, armadillo. All these animals play a role in our traditions, our legends, our myths. In the stories our great-grandparents told us, which are deeply rooted in folklore. You can tell lots of stories by looking at the costumes. Sammy is so beautiful. Let's take off the shirt. Now you're dressed. Like this. There are still lots of surprises. That's good like that.
It's beautiful.
I would put a little fringe here.
I dance the Diablada in the group of she-devils. In the legends of the town of Oruro, they say that the Diablada represents a struggle between good and evil. When Lucifer came to dominate the earth, the Virgin sent Archangel Michael. The dance represents this battle between the angels and the devils, between the Archangel and Lucifer. They fight, and with help from the people of Oruro, the Archangel wins. Good triumphs.
The devil looks so beautiful. Look, there's the devil and the serpents. There's everything. The nose, horns, fangs.
Just a few days before the procession, the characters participating in Carnival begin to take form with costumes and masks that are changed every year. First among these characters is the devil. As the iconic figure of Carnival, its mask, more than any of the others, tells the story of the religious syncretism and cultural influences of all the people who have lived on this land. The llama ears that were sacred to the Uru people were transformed from the ancestral masks into devil's horns after the Spanish arrived. The lizards, introduced by the Aymara and the Quechua, were changed into dragons, like those printed on the boxes of tea imported in the early 20th century by Asian immigrants who came to work in the mines.
When we talk about the Oruro Carnival, we show the devil's mask. Not a clown's mask, because the mask is a representation of the deadly sins, envy, lust, and all of mankind's evil feelings. That's why you can't wear your mask into the shrine, because once you get there, your sins have been washed away. The mask is a burden that you carry, as if to say, I'm like this. The heavier the mask, the more difficult the dance is. It's like doing penance. When I put on my mask, I'm saying, I'm envious. And when I reach the shrine, I've completed my penance. Then I can breathe, and I feel free.
Pilgrimage Saturday, the most important day of the year, approaches with an increasing number of official ceremonies. The prayers to the Virgin and the alcohol poured on the ground in thanks to Pachamama overlap with the original ancestral rituals practiced among families and members of different groups of music and dance.
Let's toast for this carnival to go smoothly. Little Virgin of Socavón, protect our musicians. So be it.
So be it.
Sí.
Mostrar a todos en todo tiempo que verdaderamente sois la madre camina de eficaces auxilios
y que cuando os invocan y llegan a vuestra presencia nunca quedan desatendidos y así, Madre amorosísima, favorecerme en todos los trances peligrosos.
The vigils are times of spiritual communion, when the worshippers experience their shared identity. All devoted to the Virgin, the 50 groups each express a different identity during the vigils prior to pilgrimage on Saturday. Love for the earth, or an attachment to a tradition. The glorified portrayal of the country's ancient history, or a tribute to a face too often ignored and scorned.
To our Virgin of Socavón and to the sacred Pachamama, may they always be by our side with their blessings, and may our participation in the carnival be a success.
When we eat the sun, the air, the water, and the earth. and Pachamama. We are therefore part of Pachamama. We are her sons. So be it.
We're going to invite a member of our brotherhood so that he can continue singing. So be it.
For the family and the dancers, let us all be joyful this year. So be it.